something, feel it coming. We'll keep running, nothing in our way, and we got no reason to wait. Let the journey take you where it wants to. We'll continue to find our way through anything we face. We got what it takes. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
And good morning from Tribunna in Tasmania on the east coast. Easy day for us today, bit of a sleep in, just cooking up some egg and bacon on the outdoor kitchen, nice and easy. Today's a travel day for us, so we'll pack up, head up to Coles Bay, Wineglass Bay, S1E National Park. So we'll be there for a few days before we continue on up the east coast in our Tasmanian adventure. But yeah, just thought I'd check in and just say, yep, living the dream in this beautiful weather, cooking up a nice egg and bacon breakfast. See you guys, cheers. Just the fact that Sam's even ironing, I need to get on video as proof.
Wow.
But more to the point, how
Whose
cool...
clothes am I ironing, sweetheart?
Mine. But more to the point, how cool is that little ironing board? Just sit on
It is cute. It'll do my dresses nicely, but your shirts have to change. You've given up a day job wearing shirts every day. We're full-time travelling and you're still wearing the bloody things. Run over.
Ross is a village in the Midlands. On the Macquarie River, Ross is located 78 kilometres south of Launceston and 117 kilometres north of Hobart. The town is listed on the Register of the National Estate and is noted for its historic bridge, original sandstone buildings and convict history. Completed in 1836, the Ross Bridge is the third oldest bridge in Australia still in use. Built in 1833 to house the road chain gangs, the Ross Female Factory became such in 1848, subsequently closing in 1854. The site was served as a factory and a hiring depot, an overnight station for female convicts travelling between settlements, a hospital and a nursery. Female convicts were hired for many different reasons from the factory as probation pass holders to local settlers, mainly to work as domestic servants.
Ross is one of Tasmania's earliest rural settlements and is located in Tasmania's premier wool growing area. Superfine merino wool produced here has often fetched world record prices and is exported to markets in Asia and Europe. The Tasmanian Wool Centre specialises in distinctive, high-quality wool products, manufactured from locally produced fine wool. The centre also features the Heritage Museum, where you will find interactive displays interpreting the colonial and convict history of the local area, with a focus on its impact of the growth of the wool industry. The centre celebrates Tasmanian and Australian wool industries with a number of displays that include samples of super fine wool cloth and garments. You can browse, then visit the garment shop to choose from a range of blankets, clothing and wool craft.
Coles Bay is on Tasmania's east coast, 192 kilometres northeast of Hobart and 173 kilometres southeast of Launceston. It is the main entrance point for visitors to the Freycinet National Park. The town is on the northern end of Great Oyster Bay, with views of the red and pink granite peaks known as the Hazards. We stayed at the Big Four Iluka on Freycinet Holiday Park, which is situated in the heart of Coles Bay, directly opposite Muir's Beach and only 1 kilometre away from the Freycinet National Park. There is a tavern, bistro, bakery, coffee shop, supermarket, takeaway and petrol station on site, and they offer a full range of accommodation options.
Freycinet National Park is on a peninsula defined by a granite mountain range known as the Hazards. Trails lead up to a lookout for panoramic views over Wineglass Bay, wide stretches of sand including friendly beaches, honeymoon and sleepy bays from secluded coves.
So we're here. Yep. And then we're going to follow up, straight up, up there.
Straight up.
Yep, to the Wineglass lookout.
Yeah.
And continue on across the Isthmus track, straight across. So we're going to follow underneath Mount Mason,
Yeah.
and then all the way around, all the way back around to the car park. Yep. 20 k's in and fresh as a daisy.
I call bullshit.
Because I don't want to do it with you anymore.
Seriously, dude. You said you were fresh as a daisy.
And you said bullshit.
I call bullshit. Look at you, you're limping.
No, I'm not.
Time 55 minutes 32 seconds. Distance 2.01 kilometers. Average pace 27 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
Yes.
Oh, let's gotta move on. I thought there was 4 k's in.
No. You do.
Well, luckily, the knee is starting to loosen up again. Clicking in.
So we don't need that wheelchair anymore.
Well, I didn't say anymore, I just said right now. It's just not clicking. When it starts clicking, it feels like it's locking. I don't know whether that's muscular or whether it's going. Wineglass Bay, we're down on the beach.
Oh, wow.
It is spectacular. Get a look at this. Hey honey,
Hey, hun.
do you want a interesting fact that I just read while I was in the toilet before? So there's a drop toilet at the beach, and they had this fact board up. And you know what I learned?
What's that?
Tasmanian devil poop. Do you want to know about that?
Toilet talk, are we?
Yep, toilet talk. So
Strike.
Tassie devil poop, funny enough, and we did see an example of that at the Tassie Museum. It's when they poop, because they eat everything in the animal. They eat everything, including the bones and all that. But of course, the bones shard up, and they don't actually digest them as such. They actually get rid of them. So what they do is, when they're licking their bodies and that, and they're creating fur balls, they're not like cats where they cough up the fur balls. They actually swallow the fur balls, and the fur balls wrap around the shards of bone to make it easy to pass. How clever is that? Because I tell you what,
Clever little devil, isn't he?
those bone shards would probably hurt, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you thought everybody needed to know that fun
Yep.
fact? Or
fun fact.
useless fact?
No, it's a fun fact.
Okay. All right. The boardwalk along the hazards track. Instead of walking through wetlands.
Hey guys, I'm knackered. We've just finished the Wineglass Bay lookout, down to Wineglass Bay Beach, across to Hazards Beach and back around circuit. 11.8 k's, about 4 hours. It's well constructed to a degree, but it's tough going.
A lot of stairs.
A lot of steps up and
A lot
down.
of obstacles.
I'll tell you what, those you would have seen in that footage, Wineglass Bay lookout down to Wineglass Beach was spectacular.
Yeah.
The rest of it was just more of a challenge than anything else, but 11.8 k's done. That makes about,
You can tick that one off your list.
it's nearly 40 k's this week. I'm done.
As you can tell.
So it must be time for a Jimmy Squire ginger beer
Oh, shower first.
and some lunch.
Oh yeah.
Cheers guys, bye. From Freycinet Marine Farm, you can purchase Pacific oysters and Tasmanian blue mussels from their very own farm right there in Coles Bay, along with a list of produce that covers most corners of Tasmania, including Atlantic salmon from the west coast, octopus from the northwest, abalone and rock lobster from the south, west and east, scallops from Bass Strait, and even sea urchin roe. This is the friendly beaches at Freycinet National Park. It's a little bit windy, but I'll tell you what a mint spot, and this is what we've got for lunch.
Yeah.
Hello! Some oysters, we got some
Half a
octopus, some prawns and some cray.
Couple of drinks, salad.
Yep, and then we're looking at this sensational view.
I asked for a better spot for a picnic one.
Living the dream.
Lavender.
Okay, so what ice creams have we got, honey?
I've got the boysenberry and macadamia, and you have got Jaffa. But
Two
at the moment, it's on my knees, so at this rate, I've got 4 scoops of ice cream for myself.
Yeah, you won't eat 4 scoops. But I'll tell you what though,
They're pretty good, actually.
it's very good, and
Another view I got to eat them
we'll
in
sit
front of.
here and eat it. What do you reckon?
Nice.
We went to Freycinet Marine Farm, we showed you earlier, and got our wonderful seafood lunch.
So good.
But while we were down there, we also bought a kilo of fresh mussels, so which we've got here. So what are you going to do with those, Sammy?
I need to clean them. I've got to debeard them. We've got to get rid of these furry things off them. So it just pulls them out. I'll give them a bit of a scrub because some of them are a bit muddy and dirty. So clean them up and we'll put them in the colander.
All right, so once we've done that, then we'll come back to you and we'll show you what we're actually going to do with them. Okay, so you've finished bearding and cleaning the mussels.
Yep, see they're nice and clean. It's good to go into extra preparation time for them because all of that on the outside of the shell is going to then cook into your sauce. So
Because you're putting them straight in as is.
Yes.
Straight in. Okay.
Yep.
So what are we doing next?
Okay, I'm just going to cook some pasta, so spaghetti. I'm going to do that in thermi, so I'll do that now.
All right, so you're going to add some Kangen water.
Yep. So we'll just put
How much Kangen water going in?
it's 42 ounces water.
Yep.
It's asking for us to boil the water.
Okay, so water boiled.
Yeah, boiling, and now I'm just adding enough pasta for us. It's asking for enough for 4 people, but I'm just doing enough for us. I don't think we need too much. Right.
Okay, so let's leave the pasta there to do its thing.
let it cook.
Right. So now the sauce that we're going to be doing up. What are your ingredients, honey?
Okay, because we're getting close to getting back on the spirit, I don't want to go buying up all new veggies and whatnot. So I'm using up everything that I've got. With the spice rack that I've got everything I need. It's just all in either powder or dry formed. I do have spring onion, so that's going to be my fresh ingredient to go half in and half on top at the end. We've got softening, we've got some chili flakes, we've got some Italian herbs, I've got some onion powder and some garlic granules. We've got whole potatoes and just
tomatoes.
Tomatoes. What do I say?
Potatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes, potatoes, same.
Whole
Whole
tomatoes.
tomatoes and some pasta, tomato paste.
Alright, so we're just about ready, I think.
Not just about, we are.
We are ready.
Okay, you ready?
Alright, let's have a quick look.
Don't get too close, you'll get steamed up. But look, they're all opened.
Wow.
Look at that, they're all plump.
Yeah. Alright, so, and plating up. What's the next go?
Plating up. Okay, so that can just sit there for a second. Okay, I'm gonna... A pasta that we did in the...
Thermix?
Thermi.
Yep.
So, you could mix this through, but I just think it's going to be easier for me to just tip everything on top. A bit too much pasta. And we need a big serving spoon. Oh, I need a bigger kitchen. Shuffle around. Shuffle lots of things around. Probably could have done this in a bowl. Don't fix that lot.
That looks excellent. Look at that broth too. You could put
Big loaf of
that.
bread.
Yeah.
So there's a little
All right,
bit
so
more
that
there.
is going to be our dinner for tonight, and that would be mussels in a Mediterranean style sauce with pasta.
Done.
Hey guys, last few days of our Tassie adventure. So now we're parked up for the next few days up in the Bay of Fires in the northeast of Tasmania. So we'll show you a bit of footage of that soon. But for the moment, we've just set up our campsite, which is literally, what do you reckon, 25 metres from the beach? And like I said, it's a smacking beach. We'll show you the footage of that.
Take you for a walk in a minute.
But we're going to sit and enjoy some Tassie
More oysters.
oysters and some Devil's Corner wine, which is all from both produce from the Freycinet district, which is where we are at the moment.
Nice.
All right, guys, we'll take you for a walk in a little while, but for the moment, cheers.
See ya.
The Bay of Fires is located on Tasmania's east coast, just north of St Helens, in an area called Wineglass Bay. The region is an area of white beaches, blue water and orange-coloured granite, the colour of which is actually produced by a lichen. The northern section of the bay is part of Mount William National Park, whilst the southern end is still a conservation area. A wide range of activities can be pursued in the Bay of Fires area, including free camping, beach activities, boating, bird watching, fishing, swimming, surfing and walking. Camping is free and simply a case of just turn up and pick a spot that's available right on the beach. Whilst the orange lichen on the rocks can give a fiery look, particularly at sunrise and sunset, it wasn't how the Bay of Fires obtained its name. It was originally given its name in 1773 by Captain Tobias Furneaux, who saw the fires of Aboriginal people on the beaches. I will apologise for the amount of footage, but Sam and I both clearly agreed that it was probably for us the most beautiful part of Tasmania and somewhere that we could certainly live later on in life if we chose to.
great little campsite area we've got here. And Sammy's got the outside kitchen going. So what are we doing for dinner, Dale?
Doing a barbecue chicken stir fry. Trying to use up veggies that we've got before we get on the spirit.
Cool.
Pine Gunner Dairy is home of Australia's heritage farmhouse cheese, continuing 135 years of tradition producing handcraft cheese and dairy products.
That one's nice. So let's go for the mature. This is going to be difficult.
So these are the two that I like. The sharp and crumbly and the blue. I think you'll like the blue too.
In a paddock just outside of town, you will find quite literally the pub in the paddock. Licensed in 1880 and making it one of Tasmania's oldest pubs, you'll discover rich local history on every wall of the pub, friendly locals who like to share a story or two, and the owners who make you feel welcome as soon as you walk through the door. And let's not forget Priscilla, the beer drinking pig.
Okay, so the sign says, Priscilla, hi. Geez, I'm dry. I'd love a beer. And over here is Priscilla, beer drinking pig at the pub in the paddock.
St Columba Falls is one of Tasmania's tallest waterfalls with a waterfall drop of over 90 metres. It is part of the St Columba Falls State Reserve, which features a picnic, toilet facilities, but somewhat limited parking up on the road. The track from the car park to the falls is well maintained, but is a steady climb back up from the base of the falls to the car park. Low Head Lighthouse is about 7 kilometres north of Georgetown. It was the third lighthouse to be constructed in Australia, and it is also Australia's oldest continuously used pilot station.
Another episode done and dusted. It was a long one, wasn't it? And we're sorry.
Yeah, we are sorry that it's a bit longer, but it was a bit longer because it was our last Tassie episode in the adventure series. So unfortunately, that is the end of our Tassie trip. But next week we will bring you a summary episode with an overall review of everything we got up to. We did, and things that we liked and disliked and all that sort of stuff. And also, hopefully, a double header with the Spirit of Tasmania episode as well. So we'll throw that out there so you can...
Calm seas.
Yep, some details on the trip over and the trip back, on the Spirit and the processes there. The following week, hopefully, we'll bring out another double header, which will be the caravan ins and outs.
Oh, I can't promise it's going to be a double header. It's actually...
We'll go close.
Yeah, we'll
see
try.
how we go. And
Please watch, yeah.
And the van build. Sorry, not the van build, the truck build.
Yeah.
So we'll try and get the Chev build and the van ins and outs done the following
So we finally
week,
get to see our caravan. I'm sure you've all seen snippets here and there, but we'll finally put it all together for you and reveal what we do have.
So that'll be in the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully we'll be back on the mainland with episodes and as the journey begins on the bigger island.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for watching,
See you
and
next
we'll
week.
see you next week. Cheers.
Bye.
Here we